Hello you guys, how you doing? One of my favourite pastimes is to spend some time with my male corn snake here. Being Easter holidays, I get a bit of time to come back home. Home that is. So I'm going to use this guy as a chance to kind of explain to you guys some of the considerations you should make when trying to purchase a snake of your own. Now, Boris here is about 10 years old, so he's about mid-aged for a corn snake. They can live 20 to 25 years. He's about 5 feet long, but they can reach up to 6 feet, which is about 2 meters. And he's very, very friendly, and that's a characteristic that makes them very popular reptiles in the reptile trade, because they're very easy to look after in comparison to other species. And they also are very, very docile. This guy was very willing to come out of the tank. Usually I have to pick him up myself, but he was at the glass wanting to come out. But as the weather is finally starting to heat up here in England, it could well be because he's slowed down over the winter months, because obviously he relies on heat to digest his food. And it could be, even though he was fed 5 days ago on 2 mice, but he's hungry for more. It could also be because at this time of year he's just coming out of the breeding season, as animals will breed during the not so good times of the year, so their young can develop over the good times of the year, such as spring. As you can see, snakes are very inquisitive animals, and people don't really, give them appreciation for that. So getting them out and handling them is really, really important, both for you and for the animal. Allows you to develop a bit of trust. It also allows them to explore a little bit. And I'm going to give you a few bit of an up close of his tank in a moment. Just got to kind of rearrange him now. Yeah, I mean, I always marvel at how they can keep control of their entire body length at one time. As you can see, I've done something a little bit different with Boris's tank. He's got 2 stories to it, so he's got a 3-foot arboreal at the top and a 3-foot standard at the bottom. So there are many considerations, both big and small, when purchasing a snake, and that's in how setting up their tank should be. Sorry about this. He's kind of got himself around the wrist at the moment. Good boy, Boris. So when you're making a... So obviously here is his heat source, and up there you've got UV. Now UV is very important for most reptiles because it allows them to digest calcium supplements you may provide them. It also gives them a sense of if it's day or night, if you're keeping either a diurnal or nocturnal species. It is kind of optional for these guys, but he seems to benefit from it. And as you can see, the water bowl, this is it here, it's on the opposite side of the tank to the heat lamp. That's because if you were to put it underneath the heat lamp, not only would it encourage algae to grow, which can be detrimental to a snake's health, but it would also change the humidity within the tank, because these guys, obviously coming from North America, such as the central and southern regions, it's not very humid there, so too much humidity can lead to respiratory problems. And as snakes will instinctively not drink from still water most of the time because they know that's where the bacteria and germs will fester, they would like to drink from running water. It's a good thing to change your snake's water every single day. While they get most of the moisture from their food, it's still important to provide them with at least a chance to drink, because they will take advantage of it when they can. As you can see from all the bark that's been churned around, he's been very active lately, so you've got to be careful that he can't really tip that over. And another thing about captivity is that obviously it lacks the space that the wild does. So it's always good to give a snake, just as any animal, a choice of what it can do. So he's got this big long log here which he can curl up inside and feel very, very safe, because snakes naturally hide from predators and for prey. And up on the top floor here he's got plenty of branches that he can both hide behind. And up here he's also got a hanging basket, something you'd keep flowers in, as like almost like hanging nest if you like. And he does seem to enjoy using that. Now most snakes can climb, in fact if not all can. And this guy does appreciate the chance to, so it just means with all these branches and fake plants he can utilise all of this space. So some very, very small considerations that you can make when purchasing a snake that can be really, really good for its welfare, really, really improve its quality of life. But yeah, but overall, snakes can be very, very interesting pets as long as you do your research and definitely consider the species you're trying to get. But I would definitely recommend starting with a beautiful guy like this, because they're so friendly and they're so easy to look after in comparison. And just snakes are not these horrible creatures people have made them out to be. So I hope you've gained a found you found that informative, and I'll see you for the next video. And Boris says goodbye too.